Today we're painting this BMW 420D, and I'm going to take you through the full process to get a flawless finish with zero orange peel. We'll start with prepping the surface to make sure everything is perfectly clean and smooth, because good prep means the paint will lay down right. Next, I'll show you how to spray the base coat evenly, using consistent passes and the right distance from the panels to avoid runs or dry spots. After the base coat, it's all about the clear coat, and that's where most painters run into orange peel problems. I'll explain how to set up your spray gun with the perfect pressure and fluid flow, how to keep a steady arm movement, and how to overlap your passes for a mirror-like finish. Timing between coats is crucial too. I'll share my tips on flash times so you don't trap texture under the next layer. This process isn't about rushing or guessing. It's about precision, patience, and technique. By the end of this video, you'll see how all the steps come together to create a smooth, glossy finish that looks factory fresh. So let's jump in, get that paint flowing, and beat orange peel for good. Now, as we move through the process, I'll also be sharing some common mistakes to avoid. Things like spraying too far, using the wrong pressure, or rushing between coats, all of which can cause that dreaded orange peel texture. It's all about controlling your environment and your technique. I'll show you exactly how I adjust my spray gun settings and how I move my arm to keep the coats even and smooth. Plus, I'll walk you through how to spot early signs of orange peel so you can fix it before it becomes a problem. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced painter, these tips will help you take your finish to the next level. So stay with me, watch closely, and let's get this BMW looking flawless from start to finish. Here you can see the primer. This layer is very important because it seals the surface and creates a uniform base for the paint to stick to. Without a good primer, the paint might not adhere properly, which can cause peeling or uneven spots later on. The primer also helps to fill in small imperfections in the surface, making it smoother and ready for paint. When applying primer, it's crucial to get an even coat without runs or thick spots. If the primer is applied unevenly, it can cause texture issues, which will show up after painting. After the primer is dry, we usually sand it lightly to ensure it's perfectly smooth and ready for the base coat. Taking time with the primer step means your final paint job will look better, last longer, and resist defects like orange peel or bubbling. So always make sure your primer is applied well and fully prepped before moving on. Here's the car all masked and prepped, ready for paint. Masking is super important because it protects the areas we don't want to paint, like windows, trim, and lights. A good mask job means a clean edge and no overspray. Always take your time with masking. It saves you from headaches later and gives you that professional finish every time. This is where the magic happens. The first pass of paint meeting a perfectly prepped surface. Watch how each stroke overlaps the last, creating a smooth, even layer. Every movement is controlled. Same distance, same speed. Because perfection isn't an accident, it's built with every pass. I'm laying down the base coat like a sheet of silk over the panels, letting the color flow and settle without rushing. This is what separates an average job from a factory fresh finish. Listen to the steady hiss of the gun. That's the sound of perfect atomization. No sputtering, no heavy spots, just a perfect mist settling onto the surface. When this is done, the panels will look like they've been dipped in color. This is the foundation for a flawless clear coat, and the moment where every painter falls in love with the craft all over again. Right now, the paint is going through what we call the flashoff stage. It's that short window where the solvents are evaporating and the coat is settling into the surface. This is where patience pays off. It might look dry at first glance, but the magic is happening at a microscopic level. The color is locking in, the surface is leveling out, and the panel is preparing itself for the next layer. Rush this step and you risk trapping solvents, which can cause texture, bubbling, or orange peel later. Wait just the right amount of time, and you get a finish that's smooth, deep, and built to last. This is the quiet part of painting. No gun noise, no movement, just letting the paint breathe before it's ready for the spotlight again. The second pass is where the color truly comes alive. That first coat laid the foundation, but this one deepens the tone and brings out the richness in every curve of the panel. Each stroke builds on the last, adding depth, gloss, and that perfect even coverage. I'm keeping my distance and pace exactly the same, letting the paint flow like a smooth ribbon across the surface. No rushing, no hesitation, just a steady hand and a focused eye. This is where the car starts to look less like a project and more like a finished masterpiece. With every pass, the shine builds and the vision takes shape. Now the second pass is flashing off, and this is where the depth really sets in. The solvents are evaporating, locking that rich color into place and smoothing the surface for the final stages. You can almost see the transformation. The paint shifts from a wet gloss to a soft sheen as it settles. This is the moment to be patient, because rushing would trap moisture and ruin all that smooth coverage we've just built. Every second of flash-off time is strengthening the bond between the base and what's coming next. It's a quiet, powerful step. The calm before the clear coat takes this finish from beautiful to breathtaking. Before we lay down that first coat of clear, I'm giving it one last wipe with a tack cloth. And look at this. I'm using a budget-friendly gun, nothing fancy, but you'll see in a second how a steady hand and good technique can make even a cheap gun deliver a stunning result. Now here we go with the first pass of clear coat. This is where the magic begins. The paint underneath is already looking good, but the clear brings it to life. I'm keeping the gun at a consistent distance, moving in smooth, even strokes, overlapping each pass by about 70%. The goal here is full, even coverage without loading it on too heavy. You want the clear to flow and level out, giving you that glassy finish without any runs. The shine instantly deepens, reflections sharpen, and the surface starts looking like a mirror. It's all about patience, control, and trusting the process. This first coat sets the stage for the perfect final finish. Now we've got that first coat of clear laid down, and you can see it starting to flash off. This is the moment where the solvents evaporate and the surface starts to lose that super wet look. Don't rush this step. The flash off is what allows the next coat to bond perfectly without trapping solvents underneath. You'll notice the gloss is still there, but it's just firming up, getting ready for that second, richer coat. Patience here is key to a flawless finish. All right, now we're laying down the second pass of clear coat, and this is where the magic happens. The first coat gave us coverage and grip, but this one brings out that deep, mirror-like shine. I'm moving smoothly, keeping the gun at the perfect distance, making sure each stroke overlaps just right so there's no dry spots or heavy buildup. You can already see the gloss building, the reflections getting sharper, and the color popping through with incredible depth. This is the stage that really seals in all the hard work, from the prep to the base coat to every careful step in between. By the time this is done, we're not just looking at paint, we're looking at a finish worthy of turning heads. You can see it now flashing off. This is the clear coat setting and leveling, letting the solvents evaporate so we get that smooth, glossy surface. The shine is already beautiful, and this is without even touching it yet. And here it is, the finished job. Just look at that reflection. From the first pass of base coat to the final layer of clear, every step came together perfectly. The color is rich, the gloss is deep, and the surface is as smooth as glass. No orange peel, no overspray, just a clean, professional finish from end to end. This is the payoff for taking your time with prep, masking, gun setup, and technique. The BMW's lines are popping again, and the paint looks like it just rolled out of the showroom. Every panel we touch blends seamlessly into the rest of the car, making it impossible to tell where the work started and ended. That's the kind of finish that makes all the effort worth it.